What's up, ChocoLumpia Lessons Tribe? It's ChocoLumpia of ChocoLumpia Lessons. Just kidding. That's not me. Kind of, but yeah. I like how the pull-up bars in the back, it's very on brand fitness and spooky and scary and yeah.
Black Filipino, bump the track, Reno. If you like this, then donate a C-No.
Any hoodles. Hi. Long time no see. How are you? Look, I'm witchy on this side, okay? Spider web. And then, oh, this is a spider, but hold on. My bangs are in the way. Okay. And then there's spiders on my hat. Very, very scary and spooky. You can't see. There's like iridescentness in the black. Pearlescentness. Is that a word? And then even on my green, there's some pearlescence. So she's like sparkly, Any hoodles. Yeah, I liked making people look at me today because they always get really uncomfortable with that eye. Cool. Okay, let's start. This feels like bad angle, which is totally on brand. It's fine. I'm wearing, okay, so look, this is a cute witchy dress. Okay. Oh, that was my knee and my hip. You're welcome. It's 2 for 1. Little pops there. Okay, so because I want to keep all of this spooky, the lighting has to be like dark, right? But the gag, if you will, is that I am dark. So I can't be in too much dark because then you can't see me, you know what I mean? Wow. So I'm gonna try to go like this. Oh my gosh, you guys, how are we gonna stretch if you can't see my mat? Do you need to see my mat to really stretch? I don't think you do. So remember the Halloween decorations from last time? They're the same. It's the same, I mean, I have more decorations throughout mi casa, pero I don't feel like giving you a tour right now because we're here to stretch. And honestly, I almost forgot that I was going to record this tonight. And I was like, let's do it. Let's do it now because I'm in costume. You know what I mean? Okay, so what's a good stretch to start off with? How are we feeling? I'm in a dress, but I have shorts on. I'm taking the hat off because I can't, if I'm gonna stretch, I need like my head and neck to be free. You know what I mean? And honestly, you guys, I'm gonna just on my mat right now. I have shorts on, okay? So don't be weird. But I'm gonna go into child's pose. Now, if you don't know what child's pose is, it looks like this. My knees are wide and I'm gonna let my seat go to my heels and I'm gonna walk my hands out in front and let my forehead rest on my mat. Now, my mat is green and so is my forehead, but I don't wanna put my makeup on my mat. So I'm gonna stack my fists like this and let the top of my forehead, like where my bangs are, rest on that top hand. And I'm just gonna let my hips open and let my neck relax and think of lengthening in the spine and breathing deeply. And while you're holding that stretch, I'm gonna tell you about how I went and watched Terrifier last night. I watched Terrifier solo. I wanted to go when I wanted to go, and I didn't want to worry about anyone feeling like, oh my gosh, this is not my type of horror because it's so gory, or anyone vomiting or feeling like nauseous. Like I don't have time to babysit, which fine if that's what your bag is, but it's not my bag. So I know that I can handle it, so I wanted to go and watch it. So I went solo last night, and the options were, if you've ever watched my other, oh my gosh, hi, welcome. By the way, I'm ChocoLumpia. This is ChocoLumpia Lessons, and this is Scary Storytime and Stretch with me. And it's my holiday spooky edition stretches that I did like back when I first started my channel. And yeah, so if you're new here, welcome. Hi, I don't always look like a witch. Maybe I do. I don't know. It depends on who you talk to. And if you are returning, thanks so much for being here and for subscribing and being a part of this crazy channel and my weird world. So yeah, I love you so much. Salamat. Salamat. Okay, so what was I talking about? Oh my gosh. It's been a long day, you know? And that's why it's good to do a stretch and yoga. Scary story time and stretch with me is basically just me telling you about a scary story or something creepy that's happened or a movie review, because I also like to do that. I'm a horror girl. I love watching horror. Again, I know this isn't the best angle, but you know, I don't care because it's fun. And this is the pose. This is Balasana, child's pose, okay? I'm going to have you walk your hands over to your left. I'm going to do that right now since I'm telling you a story. So I decided to go and watch. Oh, here's what I was going to say. Wow. Woo! I was either going to do like I did for long legs, if you've seen that video. It's a short, I believe. And I think I did a long version, long form. But I was going to go watch Terrifier 3 either by myself in the theater again, like try to time it to where when I watched Long Legs, I ended up being the only person that bought a ticket that day. So I was the only person in the theater. So I was either going to do that for Terrifier 3, or I was going to go on a busy night where there were people, because Terrifier, if you've never watched the Terrifier franchise like movies, it's so much fun in a group setting, like with people in the theater where people are verbally, audibly reacting. It's super fun that way. So I wanted to do that because that's more fun. Like when I first discovered Art the Clown, it was during quarantine. And so me and my friend were watching the movies on Zoom. Like we were watching all of the movies on Zoom, and we were like, the minute this drops in the theater, we want to watch it in person with an audience, because it's like when it's gory, it's super, super extreme and affects people different ways. Some of them being feeling nauseous and throwing up. You're going to walk your hands over to your right. So we're trying to find that curve in the spine. I'm actually going to take my head over to the right because that was hurting my neck. And I'll come back in a second to talk to you. But for now, you're just going to watch my back. I'm sorry. Okay? So we're stretching over to the right. Being symmetrical is very important because it affects your spine and your muscles. So we want to make sure that we always do both sides and that we time things equally. I don't know why I said it like that. Anyways, feel the curvature in the spine over to the right now. And just let your shoulders pull away from the ears. And feel that counter stretch. You're still trying to let your seat fall towards your heels. And if at any point this becomes too much, again, I am a registered yoga instructor, so any practice you do with me is fully certified. I'm a 200-hour RYT, registered yoga teacher. So if you are doing your certification and needing your hours, these also count as like practicum because I'm also certified. So, but again, this is just more for fun, like a story time and stretch. So if you need to speak to your physician, please make sure that you do that. And always listen to your body, because I can't feel what you're feeling. You can. So if you need to modify something or ease off of something, please do that. Listen to yourself. Honor yourself, okay? We're going to take a couple more breaths over here on this right side. So yeah, those were my two options. I either tried to watch it with a group, like on a busy night, or I saw it by myself And I really didn't want to watch Terrifier by myself because it's such a fun it's such a fun franchise. I know that sounds really weird because the kills are really brutal, but the gore of it is what is like unifying with the audience, if that makes sense. Like, and as a makeup artist too, and someone who loves special effects, especially gore and body horror, it's really exciting to see what Damien Leone came up with. Is that how you pronounce it? I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry. Please put me in a movie. I don't know how many of trying to get Damien to put me in a movie. I think your characters either need like a black friend or you maybe want to have, I don't know, it doesn't necessarily, well, I would like to be in Terrifier, one of them, if you're keeping that franchise going. Anyway, yeah. So it's interesting to see the extremeness of the kills that he does and chooses for Art the Clown. You're gonna slowly come out of that. Now we're gonna shimmy the legs back together, okay? I'm gonna go this way. And I feel that in my neck. Nice stretch. Now I'm gonna take my legs out in front. Oh my God, and my face is gone. So let's tilt it up a little bit. Hi again, hi. I know it's dark, sorry. How's that? Again, I am wearing shorts, okay? Okay, YouTube, inhale, arms reach out and up, find that straight spine. Imagine you're trying to reach up someone, you're doing uppies, you're trying to reach up towards the ceiling, flexing the feet and keeping the legs straight. Oh my God, wait, for my feet, people, real quick, I got a pedicure. Okay, she's cute, black, okay, matches everything. Anyways, but yeah, I just had to share that. I can't fit in, I'm not even that big. I'm like so short, but I guess I'm too long for the screen, which is cool. So we're gonna walk the hands out. Legs are straight, okay? And I'm letting my head fall towards my legs. And at the same time, I'm thinking of the top of my head reaching towards my toes so that I get that lengthening in the spine. Now, if this is really tight for you, please don't force it. You can stay here to sit up tall. I want, main thing, your legs to be straight, okay? So if there's peeling of the knees up off of your mat or the floor, that means you need to come back up and then try to get the legs down first. Focus on that. I was trying to say focus. Focus on that, yeah? Oh, creepy. I feel like Marilyn Manson. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna walk the hands out and try to get down. If we need to, we can also start to take a yoga strap or even a towel, wrap it and just like put it behind your legs, and that's like an extension for your arms if you can't reach, yeah? So we're folding forward. This is a really great hamstring stretch and spine lengthener, letting your head release and really letting that stretch go from the Achilles tendon, the backs of your ankles, all the way up the gastrocnemius, your calves, your hamstrings, your low glutes, your glutes, yeah, your low back is what I meant to say, all the way up the back, mid back, upper back, through the base of the skull to the top of the head. And that should feel really nice. So, like I was saying, I was going to pick either one. I ended up deciding that I wanted to really go last night, which was Friday night. So after work, I went straight and I had my Terrifier shirt with me. I changed into my Terrifier shirt because I'm a stan for Art the Clown, okay? I'm massaging my feet because my feet have been in boots all day, and I'm massaging them because it feels good. You should also try it. Then, yeah, so it was a late showing. I went and I had to walk like through to the other side to get to my seat, which luckily you get to pick your seat ahead of time, right? I think that's so cool because before it'd be like, let me look around and see where I'm. So I already picked my seat. I like sitting in the back center, so I can see everything like a true choreographer, you know. And I got a hot dog because I was hungry. And I know people were like, oh my God, the opening scene is like really brutal and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't usually eat while I'm watching horror because gross, you know? But I was so hungry that I was like, listen, I don't want to be starving for 2 more hours. So I got a hot dog because that used to be my thing. But just so gross, but you know, every once in a while, cravings. Also, cravings. So anyways, I ate that during previews, and then the movie started, and it was so loud, okay? When you watch a horror movie that has a lot of body horror, there's lots of in closed captioning, or if you ever use the closed captions for the horror films, it'll say like wet squelching, and there was a lot of wet squelching in Terrifier 3 because there's a lot of bloodshed. No spoilers, I'm just talking about the experience of watching it solo last night. So everything was very loud. There were more jump scares in this one, which I love because I kind of was like comfy with the other ones, like not jump scary, you know. It's more like shock value, and this was shock value and there were jump scares. And I don't know if they just had the stereos, like we're in someone's living room, if they had the sound, the speakers just like blasting, because I felt every jump and every thump. Go ahead and slowly roll up. We're gonna go soles of the feet together. Now, again, like I said, this is gonna seem really extreme, but I have shorts on, okay? And I'm just gonna go like this. So soles of the feet together, knees out to the side, and I'm gonna stretch forward. And this is one of my favorites because it's a hip opener. It's also really nice for allowing flexibility and strength into the hips and knees and ankles. You do not have to fold forward. You can sit up tall if you want. You can walk your hands out in front and just hold there. I like to hold onto my feet and take my elbows and gently press if that feels okay. You do what you need, boo, okay? So, the opening scene was intense. I do think the rest of the movie was even more intense. There were several more scenes that were more shocking than the beginning. So if people left after the first one, they should have, because it was just gonna get worse, okay? But it was crazy, and I was laughing only because it's so extreme, and the shock value, you know. But it's if you like body horror and gore, I think you're gonna love the Terrifier 3 film. I don't like to do spoilers, so we're not gonna give any spoilers away. I was gonna say though that as I left the movie, there was a guy, and I think he might have been, I don't want to say dragged, but I think he was not the one that suggested watching Terrifier 3. I think his lady did, or whoever he was with. I don't want to label them as whatever, but when they were leaving, he was just like, anyone who goes to sleep after watching that, anyone who goes to sleep normally, like peacefully after that, is a psychopath. And I just laughed because I was like, I'm so gonna go home and just like get ready for bed and be out. Like, I literally fell asleep and did not have any nightmares, nothing creepy. I actually had a fun dream. But yeah, no scary nightmares or anything like that. So I guess, I mean, look at me. I'm in a costume with makeup on, doing a yoga class. It is late at night because I just got back and was like, oh shizzle, my nizzle, I said that I was gonna do this, And so here we are. That's commitment, baby, you know? So yeah, scary story time and stretch. This is, I would say, actually number 1 of this season, because the other one that I posted to kind of like to get it ready, was like better version of what it was before. The other version came out, I don't know, I was still new, I was still new to the YouTubes. So now, yeah, I mean, it's still what it is, because I do what I can, but it's a better version of it. Anyways, now we're gonna slowly come out of this. So I'm gonna walk my hands in. I'm gonna use my inner thighs to adduct my legs back together. I'm gonna stretch them out in front, shake them out. All right, now, typically, when we do a scary story time and stretch, I'm gonna do a longer session. And we might even do like, I don't know, standing poses and things like that. But for today, I wanted to just get you moving. And I know, well, I don't know if you guys actually are like yoga people or stretch people, but if not, I hope that this kind of gets you wanting to stretch. I do definitely feel like stretching is so good for you. And once you get used to it, I feel like you'll crave it and you'll want to do it every day. I definitely have other videos on my page that are regular yoga. You could also check out my online video on demand library of the mix technique. That's my online studio. I have a lot of yoga classes there, and you just would register and you can either become a monthly subscriber or you can purchase videos a la carte. There's dance classes. There's the mix technique, which is my ballet infused boot camp fitness workout class. It's for beginners and dancers. So it's more of like a rehabilitation training. There's twerk classes, there's jazz class, there's burlesque, heels, there's abs, there's all kinds of things to keep you moving. So check it out, and I will see you at the next one. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure that you like and subscribe if you haven't. I would love to have you become a part of the ChocoLumpia Lessons tribe. I have a podcast. It's called ChocoLumpia Lessons. It's on Spotify and all major platforms. I have not done an episode in a while because I am a busy bee, and I'm trying to get everything just kind of situated. And a lot of things are on the horizon. It's just going to get busier and busier, so catch me while you can, So subscribe. Thank you so much again, Salamat, for being here, and I will see you at the next scary story time and stretch. Bye!